talk about today. First of all, is inflation is picking up in the US, right? Now, 2023 had been a year where inflation broadly eased without doing much damage to the labor market. Now, the point is now, is inflation on the trajectory which would induce Fed to cut rates? So that's a question we will be thinking. Now, CME is reporting an 81% chance that the Fed would be cutting rates in March 2023. For that to happen, we need to see signs of inflation coming down. Now, recent release showed that the non-farm employment data remained strong in December 2023, where 216,000 jobs were added. Now, CPI year-on-year came in at 3.4% versus 3.1% previously, and the core CPI year-on-year coming in at 3.9% versus 4% previously. These are not bad numbers, but they do show that this inflation progress is still slow. Now, there's also external factors which might contribute to the inflation, factors like rising shipping costs due to attacks in the Red Sea and low water levels in the Panama Canal threaten to upend progress in goods deflation, while an escalation of the war in the Middle East, which could put upwards pressure on oil prices as well, gold can't be ruled out. This is something that we need to take heed, yeah? The US carried out fresh strikes on the Houthi rebels' targets in Yemen. The Houthis are backed by Iran, and that if there is retaliation from Yemeni side, war can actually escalate. So this is things that we need to look at. Because the Houthis, they have been giving a bit of trouble to the shipping in the Red Sea. Of course, they are saying that they're only targeting vessels that is Israel related, but there are other things, and a lot of ships are actually taking the longer route to send their products, and this longer route ultimately adds costs, and this cost, for sure, will be passed down to the consumers, hence the inflation expectations that we are seeing. All right. So as such, the Fed might be hesitant to increase rates in March. With these developments, even though the CME Fed Watch probability is above 70% for a rate cut, I don't think so. There's this probability with the developments. The probability also reflects a divide between the market and the Fed about timing and extent of rate cuts in 2024. Market expects 6 rate cuts this year. Fed projections point to just 3 rate cuts instead. Yeah. So I believe that the Fed will keep pushing back at the idea of imminent rate cuts. We will probably see that at the end of this month, the FOMC, let's listen to the comments of Jay Powell, and this time I'm very sure questions will be thrown at him with regards to when the rate cut would be. If you look at the rest of the Fed, right, governors, what are they speaking? Like, for example, New York Fed President John Williams insisted that restrictive policy is likely to stay in place for some time. Other officials such as Fed Governor Michelle Bowman and Dallas Fed President Lori Logan also expressed skepticism and said that they wouldn't hesitate to hike should inflation turn higher. Now, this is a bit too hawkish if you ask me. So I don't think they would be hiking, but mainly I think maintaining the rates where it is, that would be better, a better bet. Now, we still have the PC inflation measure at the end of this month, right before the MCMC, to shed more light onto the matter. Right. So the next thing that I want to talk about is the update on Bitcoin ETF. That's there for the inflation and now what's happening, the big news, right? So the first 2 trading sessions, the Bitcoin exchange traded funds have seen inflows totaling 819 million. Okay, 819 million. Now, Bloomberg reported a total of 500,000 trades were made on the funds, which amounts to 3.6 billion in volume. Now, in terms of asset flow to ETFs, BlackRock leads the pack where there was an inflow of 497.7 million. This is followed closely by Fidelity at 422.3 million and Bitwise at 237.9. The rest are still far away. Okay, so these are the big threes that's leading the pack at the current moment, headed by BlackRock. Now, as a whole, the progress so far is set to blow asset inflows record for gold in the initial 4 weeks, as well as ProShares Bitcoin strategy BITO at 1.5 billion. It's going to blow assets inflow records. Okay, like gold in the initial 4 weeks, they didn't get this amount. So I believe slowly this will set a new record. Okay, so let's wait. This is like the third trading day. For today, there will be the third trading day. So there's still some time. With just 2 days, they have achieved 819 million. This is a big thing already to, So if asset inflows momentum continues, this represents a bullish momentum for Bitcoin. I know that Bitcoin right now is dropping, right? You've seen that it's dropping. Eventually, it will bottom after this consolidation move, and then we'll see Bitcoin rising once again. Okay, so be patient. We are heading into the halving times. The overall belief, there still is that Bitcoin will rise to break the all-time high. So looking forward to that happening. Okay, so with that, that's the end of the fundamental report today. Let's jump into the charts.